We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by my running mate here tonight. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, always a pleasure. Do you see the intensity in their eyes tonight? Do you see that passion? We're going to have a barn burner. Let's check it out.
You can see it. You can feel it. I know this takes you back. Let's do this thing. The Clippers win the opening tip as we get things started at Staples. To Reggie Jackson. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Jackson. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Into the front court. It's Booker. Down 3. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
George. Wide open look, won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Booker with it. They're down 3. Deep left corner. Here comes the screen. Paul to Booker. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. Free throw shooter. Off the mark on his free throw. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Paul George, 4-2. Paul the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. To Booker. Crowder against Paul George. To Paul. For three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Shot from in close, no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Screen coming. Paul, tough matchup against George. Layup goes down. Well done.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
George. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. First couple didn't go. That one is true. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Easy pad to the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Paul George to Beverly. Rebound Bridges. Goes to the right side. Paul. Deep two there. Won't go. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
It's Suns ball. Paul. Slam dunk. DeAndre Ayton. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beverly. Into the front court. It's Booker. Up 5. Paul. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Booker to Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good. Jackson with it. 5-point game. Beverly to George. Here comes the screen. Paul George fires, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Paul across the timeline. Leads 3. Rises for the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Mikal Bridges. He gets it.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the ring.
Knocked loose. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Phoenix with it. Runner's good there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Beverly. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
For 3. That one off the mark. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Kennard. To Beverly. George. Luke Kennard slams it down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Booker to Paul. Here comes the screen. Look out, Devin Booker. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Off the assist.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Mikal Bridges. Paul to Booker. Fires the 3. Tough shot. Well defended. To Luke Kennard. And finishes strong.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Score, strong take.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's the Clippers with the possession now to Paul George. To Beverly. The drive right to the basket. Here's a chance from long range. Rebound Bridges. To Paul. From long range. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Works it. Beyond the arc for 3. And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. Paul George to Luke Kennard. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Booker fires the 3, and the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Beverly to George. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. George to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Look out, Devin Booker. He's now shooting 5 for 7. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Suns have the lead. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Paul George. Offensive board. Tough mate through traffic. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Clippers have the basketball. To Cousins. Nice pass to set things up. And a throwdown. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Minute gone by in this second quarter. And he's fouled. Very close. Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Cousins to Paul George. Can't connect. From the painted area, won't go down. To Cousins. Shot from the lane, won't go. Screen coming. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Luke Kennard. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
DeMarcus Cousins sends it away. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. New blood coming in for both sides. Paul. Cousins has the rebound. George to Nick Batum. Missed a wide open look. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Paul George to Marcus Morris. Cousins to Marcus Morris. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. It's George for 2. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Won't go down. Rondo into the front court. Down 2 to Cousins. Now preparing. DeMarcus at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. Nope, first one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Down the lane to lay it in.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
To George. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Now Paul with the basketball. Up by 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Still can't buy one from distance. It's no good. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Paul into the front court. His team up by 1. DeMarcus Cousins tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Patrick Patterson, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And he makes them both. Suns control the possession. Surveys the floor. Paul.
Screen.
5 on the shot clock. And the Clippers with the rebound. Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Screen coming. Paul sizing up Cousins. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Defense, making the ball handler work. Jackson to Cousins. Jackson. Wide open look, won't go. Had a good look there, but it's no good. he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Paul. For three, still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Batum to Cousins. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. To Paul. Gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Cousins. Beverly. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Beverly. Jackson. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Jackson to Beverly. Cousins. Won't go. To Paul. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
No, I missed a short one there. Reggie Jackson, 2 of 4 now.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Oh, he had it.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Paul. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. To Jackson. Count the basket inside.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Beverly into the front court. His team up by 7. Taken by the Suns. Paul defended by Cousins. Here comes the screen. Going to launch beyond the arc. He's going to keep shooting them, but he misses yet again.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Beverly to Reggie Jackson. They work it down to Cousins. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Galloway sizing up Cousins. Can't connect from inside. Jackson with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Luke Kennard. Driving right to the basket. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. To Booker. Three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Shot from in close, no good. Count it. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Clippers.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Clippers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Suns are within striking distance at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Steals.
We might be enjoying these first half highlights of steals, but I'm sure the coaches won't be in the next film session. Neither of these teams have been consistently able to maintain control of the basketball.
Player of the half.
Paul George was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who's cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Phoenix has the ball. Paul. Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that they kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
Jackson with it. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. To Paul George. Jackson. The drive right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. First half, they were great. Second half, not so much.
Now to Booker, down low. Nice pass to set things up.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Cousins. George. It's no good. Shots not going down. To Booker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Shot, bro.
Now the Clippers call here in this third quarter. Beverly, pass to Cousins, down low. DeMarcus Cousins, 4 out of 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. It's LA Clippers ball. To George. It goes down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Booker to Paul. Fires the three. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the three. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Paul to Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended. To Cousins. George. It's Crowder with the rebound. DeAndre Ayton knocked loose. Jackson with it. His team up by 1. Reggie Jackson, now 3 for 9.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Here comes the screen. To Paul. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Devin Booker, he is yet to hit one tonight. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly driving right to the basket. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Paul. That's off the side of the rim, short. Trying to cash in. Reggie Jackson, not that time. Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Booker with it. Leads one. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Runner's good there.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Paul against George. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Kennard. George to Beverly. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
George matched up with Booker. Goes reverse to lay it in.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Paul into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Here comes the screen. Booker to Paul. Offensive rebound. Lets it fly from long range. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. To Paul. Got it.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Nothing going here on that drive. Booker to Paul. Has a chance. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. Clippers have it. To Paul George. Not that time. Booker to Paul. Beyond the arc for three. That won't go. To George. Active hands to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. It's Phoenix ball. Beverly into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Down low to Cousins. And the rebound's taken in by Phoenix. To Paul. Fires the three. Off the iron. No good. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Cousins to Beverly. To Paul. And the Clippers have the rebound. To Paul George. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Paul George to Beverly. Luke Kennard slams it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Goes to the left side. For three, textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Jumper's good.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Clippers have the basketball. Picked up by the Suns. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Paul. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. He'll put it up at the buzzer. Eats one more. Swats it. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Buries it. It's a 3.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Taken by the Suns. Shot from the lane won't go. Beverly into the front court. Up 5. To George. From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow. Stays out. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he hits.
Just because someone is actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Batum. Takes stock of the floor. Batum. Rebound taken by Moore. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
George, down low boogie. Oh!
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Beverly into the front court. Leads a bucket. Cousins to Beverly. It was right there. Flushes it home.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Beverly. They work it down to Cousins. The pass set it all up.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
And counted at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Paul George. Great look and vision. And that's rebounded by the Suns. To Nick Batum. Nikola Batum. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Timeout called here by the Clippers, as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Beverly to Marcus Morris. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Suns with the basketball. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets. When you
He leads because he's bold and he guides. There is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Batum to Beverly. To Batum. Dario Saric sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Cameron Payne has got 2 shots. 25% for his career. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Beverly into the front court. His group now down 2. To Marcus Morris. Batum. Finish that. Had a chance, but it's no good. LA Clippers with the basketball. Batum to Luke Kennard. LA with 4 to shoot. Batum to Marcus Morris. Fires the 3. What can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Paul with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Paul. And the nice finish.
Needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Mikal Bridges. Even to Zubats. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Marcus Morris. Kennard to Beverly. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. He'll go to the foul line to shoot. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jackson with it. All even here in the fourth. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Beverly. To Jackson. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Into the front court. It's Booker. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I've seen it happen so many times.
Mikal Bridges at the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Knocks it down from mid-range.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that.
It's Suns ball. Paul in a matchup with Boogie. Knocked loose. Beverly into the front court. The lead is 2. To George. Not that time. Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Great feed. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Patrick Beverly lays it in.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Booker against George. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Booker smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Patrick Beverly now 3 for 9.
Clearly not an easy look.
Paul into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Paul to Booker. DeMarcus Cousins able to recover with the block. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And last year, it seemed like PG really level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Paul into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Booker. Screen coming. Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. Cousins to Paul George. And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul George to Reggie Jackson. And the reward... couple of free throws on the way. A career 80. First free throw is good. And gets both to drop. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. DeAndre Ayton has a look. Crowder's shot won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
It's a big finish.
You never want to factor him. You finish strong every time you head home.
Booker with it. Trailing by 14. To Mikal Bridges. Even to Zubats with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
George to Jackson. Trying to cash in. Reggie Jackson, not that time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Booker to Paul. Devin Booker. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Taken by the Suns. From long range. Can't get the bounce. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Reggie Jackson. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. Clippers have it. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Is coming from both sides right now. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. Got the win in a nail-biter. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Suns, are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Assists.
It's a shame only one team can win when you have such great team basketball on display. The ball movement was tremendous.
Player of the game.
Paul George seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Clippers did what great teams do best: finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Find me, I'm open. Get it. It's coming off, it's coming off. Hey, double screen.
Barbecue, barbecue.
I ain't missing no more. You got him. You got him.
Hello.
Hey, everybody get back. Get the shooters. Watch the shooters. Watch the shooters. Get back. Get back. Get in your stance. He's coming. Get in your stance. Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy. Wait on it.
Got a rebound?
That won't happen again. Yeah. Me and you. Now you feet. Let's go. What you got? What you got?
Let's go. I got him on lock, nothing.
Run.
Let's go, G.
Good finish. Good finish. I blocked. Go another way. Go another way.
I got him.
Good board.
I got ball.
Man, he up.
Wait on it.
You back. I got it.
All the bricks you put in the crib. Go.
Take mine.
Good shot.
Knockdown, baby, knockdown. Good job. Uh-oh, give up the rock now. Give it up. I got it. This cat trash. It's nothing. I got the rebound.
That's me. I got ball. Here we go. My ball. Screen, I got your help.
Yo.
Easy, get it.
Close down.
Hey, kick it to him.
Hey, look up. Go. Look up.
Ain't nothing coming down here.
My ball.
He up, baby.
Give me that.
I missed that. It's coming off. Go get that.
Oh, yeah. Good rebound, baby. Wait on it.
Hey, match up.
Ball. Easy money. It's easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. It's nothing.
That's really good.
Rebound. It's me. I got it. I got blocked.
Shot, box out.
Nah, that's a 2, bro. That's a 2.
Hey, buckets. Rig squad.
Watch out!
Play some D, play some D.
got ball. I got ball.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Shoot the ball, baby. Match up, match up, match up.
Match up, dog.
Wait on it.
I got him.
Cutter, get a tag.
Brig squad.
Man, look who I have.
D up, baby.
Light him up, light him up. Good pass, bro, good pass. Shot up, I have my hand up.
That's nice.
Run. Yo.
Good shot, baby.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
I got ball. One touch screen. Wait on it.
Stay in front of him. Watch the shot. Watch the shot.
Get it, boy.
Hey, you just out here dunking on people like that?
Here we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Wait on it.
That's me. I got ball.
That's a two.
Hey, look up. Go. Look up.
Run.
That's a two. That's a two. Nah,
That's a long two. That's a long two.
Big finish.
I'm on D.
Oh, that's a two. My ball. Come on, you're right. Come on, you're right.
Get back.
I'm here. Come on, ball. My ball.
Oh, yeah, you all good. You by yourself.
Uh-oh, lock-up time.
I got it.
Come on, that's money.
Get it, shoot it again.
Don't worry about next play.
What's up? Oh, yeah, to the rim. Yes, sir. I got this deal.
On your right.
Easy money. They ain't even here.
shot.
Here we go. I got him.
I got ball. This is all me.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. Let's get out of here. Come on. Got that.
That's me, I got it. Watch the cutter coming through. Bump.
Let's go.
I got ball. Shoot that, boy.
Side up.
It's coming up. I'm deep.
Help. Get mine. Get back. I got. Take, go to mine.
Take away both of his legs. You still got it.
Way to hit.
Hey, lock up.
Switch that. I got yours. I got ball. You got mine.
Hey, shot. We out. Let's go.
Coming left.
Everybody pick up. D up.
Don't even trip.
Shots up. I got ball. Got some for him. I got ball. Ball.
Everybody getting help. Everybody getting help.
Yep, I got ball.
Big squad. Don't foul.
You might now.
Side up.
Good boy.
You gotta get up on that.
No, I got him.
I like it.
Hey, take mine. I got yours. I need yours. All right, now give me something. You got it.
let's go.
Make the next one. Make the next one.
He working for us.
Hey, everybody get back. Get the shooters. Watch the shooters. Watch the shooters. Get back. Get back.
Good shot, good shot.
Outlet. Push it.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Hey, hit that. You open. Yeah, take that. Outlet, here we go. Stop. Here we go.
Watch your man. Keep your hands in space, man. He's working. Nice bucket.
Yeah, stop holding the ball. I'm open.
Shoot the ball.
Get that board. I'm on D. Screen right.
Straps.
Guard up.
We got deal, guys. Shut up. That's a brick.
Nice. We'll live. That's a big.